Hey guys, Godzilla here. Welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll be talking about some more Godzilla movie news. The first thing that we have for today, which is pretty big, we have the full design for Godzilla from Godzilla Singular Point revealed, and it looks awesome. I really like the way this looks. Not necessarily what I was expecting. Especially the pose that we see Godzilla in here, but I'll talk about that more later in a minute. But as expected, I do get hard Millennium vibes from this, especially Godzilla 2002, because Godzilla 2002, and Godzilla 2003, because, they're basically the same Godzillas, but, just scar difference. But that Godzilla has like kind of a silverish, grayish kind of colors on the dorsal fins, which this one kind of has. And also the neck area reminds me a lot of Godzilla 2002/3, which looks really cool. But the pose that we see that Godzilla is in this image does remind me of Godzilla 1998, which I know not a lot of people are going to like that comparison, but that's just my personal opinion. I definitely, or at least kind of like Godzillasaurus, maybe a bit, if Godzillasaurus was more of a Godzilla type than he is in the movie that we see him in, what was that, Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah? Because that Godzilla didn't really have any dorsal fins, but this one obviously does. But it does have a dinosaur vibe to it in the pose, which is why I compared it to 1998, because that one was kind of in a dinosaur sort of pose. But this one's, it's kind of like mixture between dinosaur and Godzilla, because it is kind of like a Godzilla pose, but not necessarily. But it does look really cool. I do like the way it looks. And also, in the dorsal fins, we can obviously see that there is red veins in the dorsal fins, which I would imagine has some sort of a connection between the red mist that we see throughout the trailers and all that sorts of things for the show, Godzilla Singular Point. So, obviously that has to be something with that. Maybe Godzilla is the one who causes the red mist, which is a theory that I had before. Maybe he like breathes it out, kind of like an atomic breath, but not necessarily an atomic breath, like a different atomic breath. Similar to how like in Shin Godzilla breathed like that kind of smoke atomic breath, and then he like ignited it with fire, and then used his atomic, purple beam. So it could be something like the smoke that Shin Godzilla uses, but this is obviously, more important in it being, less destructive and more like, I don't know, causing kaiju to go crazy and all that kind of stuff. But it is interesting to see that, and knowing what it's going to play into the show is going to be interesting. Also, I would love to see this Godzilla made into a SAS Monster Arts, which is a high possibility, but we'll just have to see how things are played out. But out of that, we have Godzilla vs. Kong will appear at IGN's FanFest virtual event. This starts February 26th. Through the 27th. This could mean that this is when trailer 2 is going to be dropped, if there is a trailer 2, though that is just a possibility that isn't confirmed. So it might not be trailer 2. As I said before, I said that trailer 2, if we do get a trailer 2, I think that it will drop at the end of February, which the 26th through the 27th is around the end of February. so that would be a pretty good time to drop a trailer 2. But I'm not 100% sure if that's the case, because it also could be like early or mid-March, but we'll just have to see. Either way, it'll be pretty cool as long as they don't really spoil anything pretty big for the movie. Just like more kind of minor clips of Godzilla and Kong is really all I need. Or maybe clips of skull crawlers, since we haven't seen those in a while. And maybe we'll get a new look at them, since in the figures they have like that red kind of glow on them. So maybe we'll get some context of why they are glowing red, if they're even in the movie, which from what we know they might be. Or maybe we'll get some new shots of the Warbats, or maybe some new shots of the Hollow Earth. You know, anything that isn't really too big that spoils the movie is fine with me. Hint, hint. But it is what it is. We'll just have to see what happens. But we might not even get trailer 2 at all. We might just maybe get like an image, a new image for the movie, or I don't know, like a short clip of what goes on, like a TV spot kind of thing. Or maybe just like a short clip of what happens to the movie, kind of like what they did for King of the Monsters, like when they showed like a short clip of the movie when they awakened Ghidorah. Maybe they can do something like that, like them being on Skull Island or something and interacting with Kong or something like that. It could be like that. Nothing that's really big for the movie, but it, is not necessarily spoilery, but can also be shown, so that would be pretty interesting. But we'll just have to see on what happens. But I'm pretty excited because, it's Godzilla vs. Kong. Why wouldn't I be excited? Next we have updates on all the upcoming Monsterverse books, which is very ironic because my last video I made, I said I wonder when we're going to have an update on the comics Godzilla Dominion and Kingdom Kong. And the exact same day I uploaded that video, later in the day, we have an update on those. So I was like, oh, yeah, thanks, okay. So, it's always that kind of thing that happens. But we do now have an update, which is pretty cool. So, Godzilla Dominion, Kingdom Kong, and Kong and Me release March 30th, 2021. So, as expected, Godzilla Dominion and Kingdom Kong will actually release before the movie, even though it is like one day before the movie. So, theoretically, no one will really see it until after the movie, unless they get it early, depending on, how fast your shipping is. Also, Godzilla vs. Kong. Sometimes friends fight, but always make up afterwards. And Godzilla vs. Kong, the official movie novel, release April 6th, 2021. And also we have a new Monsterverse Titanthology, Volume 1, which is a kind of collection of previous Monsterverse comics. So it's going to be a collection of Godzilla Aftershock and Rebirth of Kong. And also, from what we know, it doesn't include Godzilla Awakening. So if it doesn't include, I believe that would confirm that Godzilla Awakening isn't involved in the Monsterverse. That's like separate. So that would be pretty interesting. But that releases May 11th, 2021. Godzilla vs. Kong One Will Fall art book releases May 21st, 2021, which is like well, not necessarily way after, well, I guess it is way after the movie, because it's like 2 months after the movie. So that is pretty exciting because The art book would definitely spoil stuff for the movie, so I am glad that they pushed it after the movie, so that's good on them. And also, we have a new cover art for the art book, which looks really cool. I really like the way that looks. And the price for the book is about $41. Next we have the Criterion Collection's Godzilla Showa Era set is available now in the UK. The price is about $208, or for those who live in the UK, 150 quid. So that's pretty interesting. I believe I don't know what the release date is, since it's already out. So I imagine you could just buy it and then like within a week or so it'll ship to you. So if you live in the UK and you didn't have the opportunity to buy this before, which I don't believe you did, and now you do, then there you go. Lastly, we have is Wax Worlds Records Godzilla the Showa Era soundtrack box set is available for pre-order. The set is $450, which is pricey, but as expected for soundtracks, that is not surprising. And the shipping is expected to release March 2021. But that is unfortunately it for this video. Not much, but some pretty interesting stuff for today, especially the full design for Godzilla from a singular point. That is very exciting. I didn't think we were going to see Godzilla's full design until the show came out, if I'm being completely honest, so it would be like the big reveal, though I was really wanting to see what this Godzilla would look like. Nowhere near as I expected. Well, not necessarily near where I expected, because I did expect it to look, like a Millennium Godzilla from what we've seen, but now we know it does have some Millennium vibes to it, but that's, just my opinion. Others might not think it's Millennium vibes. I've seen a lot of people think that it has Heisei vibes, which, if I'm being honest, I don't really see any Heisei vibes. I don't really see much of Heisei, and then maybe like a bit in the dorsal fins, but not really by much. But it's going to be interesting to see Godzilla in Singular Point. I wonder if he's going to have any new abilities to kind of make him more unique. Like I said, with the kind of red atomic breath kind of smoke stuff, that would be a new sort of ability that Godzilla has. So we'll just have to see how that goes. Also, we have the IGN Fan Fest coming up. That is, I believe, next weekend. So, or maybe it's 2 weekends. It might be 2 weekends from now. But that is still going to be pretty exciting to see if we see anything new for Godzilla vs. Kong, or just, I don't know, something that is not necessarily new, but we'll just have to see. But like I said, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
I said bye!